I've seen the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterical, naked, dragging themselves down the Negro streets at dawn, looking for an angry fix. Angel-headed hipsters burning for an ancient heavenly connection to the starry dynamo and the machinery of night, who poverty and tatters and hollow-eyed and high sat up smoking in the supernatural darkness of Coldwater Flats, floating across the tops of cities, contemplating jazz, who bared their brains to heaven under the yell and saw Mohammedan angels staggering over tenement roofs, illuminated, who passed through universities with radiant, cool eyes, hallucinating Arkansas and Blake-like tragedy among the scholars of war, who were expelled from the academies for crazy and publishing obscene odes on the windows of the skull, who cowered in unshaven rooms in underwear, burning their money in wastebaskets and listening to the terror through the wall, who got busted in their pubic beards returning through Laredo with the belt of marijuana for New York, who ate fire in paint hotels or drank turpentine in Paradise Alley, death or purgatory their torsos night after night with dreams, with drugs, with waking nightmares. Incomparable blind streaks of shuddering cloud and lightning in the mind, leaping toward poles of Canada and Patterson, illuminating the motionless world of time, in between peyote solidities of halls, backyard dream tree cemetery dawns, wine drunkenness over the rooftops, storefront burrows of D-head joyride, neon blinking traffic light, sun and moon and tree vibrations in the roaring winter dusks of Brooklyn, ash can rantings, and kind king light of mind, who chain themselves to subways for the endless ride from Battery to Holy Bronx on Benzedrine, or to the noise of wheels and children, who reappeared on the West Coast, investigating the FBI in shorts and beards with big pacifist eyes, sexy in their dark skin, passing out incomprehensible leaflets, who burned cigarette holes in their arms to protest the narcotic tobacco haze of capitalism, who distributed super-communist pamphlets in Union Square, weeping and undressing, while the sirens of Los Alamos wailed them down, and wailed down the wall, and the Staten Island ferry also wailed, who wept, who broke down crying in white gymnasiums, trembling naked before the machinery of other skeletons, who bit detectives in the neck, and shrieked with joy in the back of police cars, who howled on their knees in the subway and were dragged off the roof, waving genitals and manuscripts, who let themselves be strewed by saintly motorcyclists. Oh, Carl, if you're not safe, then I am not safe, and now you're really in the total animal soup of time. And who therefore ran through the icy streets obsessed with a sudden flash of the alchemy of the use of the ellipsis catalog, a variable measure, and the vibrating plane, and who dreamt and made incarnate gaps in time and space through images juxtaposed, and trapped the archangel of the soul between two images, and joined the elemental verbs, and brought the noun and dash of consciousness together with a combined sense of pater omnipotens aeterna deus, to recreate the syntax and measure of poor human prose, and stand before you speechless yet intelligent, and shaking with shame, rejected yet confessing out the mind to conform to the rhythm of thought in his naked and endless head, the madman, bum, and angel-beaten time, unknown, yet putting down here what might be left to say in time come after death, and who rose reincarnate in ghostly clothes of jazz, and blew in the gold horn shadow of the band, and blew America's suffering mind for love with an Eli Eli Lama Lama Sabatani saxophone cry that shivered down the cities to the last radio, and with the absolute heart of the poem of the life, butchered out of their own bodies, good to eat for 1,000 years.